Hello everybody, it is Sean as well, and I'm here to present to you guys some more Dota 2 action. This time we have Jurassic, X-Titan Oliver, Persea, Adam and Mark Karras, or Kress, versus Coob, Nellism, Brainpower, Hyrcorn, or Herclone, rather, and Iakov. Who the hell cares what their names are at this point? Let's just see what what champions they play, because that's really what we're looking for here, right? What champions they're playing, how they play them. Also, let's speed this little bit up here, because this isn't going to tell us much. We can already see there's, looks like an Invoker pick, a Faceless Void pick, Timbersaw pick, Gyrocopter pick. I believe that's Bane. So let's go ahead and turn this down to ×2 speed, or at least ×1. There we go. Let's see if I actually have that correct. Bane, Invoker, looks like Bounty Hunter. So yep, there's Faceless Void, Timbersaw, or Clockwork, Timbersaw. We got Gyrocopter and Omni Knight. Got a Bloodseeker as well coming up for the Dire. Not a bad pick whatsoever, so actually, they are a team of squish. They have, let's see, 2 agility, 2 intel. Mind you, Bane is the most even out of all the champions in the game. He starts off with 22 to all stat, well, 22 for every stat, and then his stat gains the same all across the board. Only thing that changes his stats are items he'll get. But it looks like the last pick is going to be Sand King. So to recap, we got Omni Knight, Gyrocopter, Timbersaw, Clockwork, Faceless Void versus Bane, Sand King, Bounty Hunter, Invoker, and Bloodseeker. I gotta say that's to me it's a fugly little cap on Bloodseeker. Why would you want a bone mask? I don't know. Is Bane a Spectre? What the hell's Bane? Like, I'm just gonna pause it here for a second. What the hell is Bane? Like, is he a ghost or something like that? What the hell? Like, is he supposed to be a centaur ghost? Who the hell knows? Who the hell cares? Let's just see if he's played to a good extent. But it does look like we're gonna have the actually, wait, what? Sand King support? What? Am I seeing that right? He's got, first of all, there's nobody that has Sentry Ward, or nobody that has any sort of cloak on, or invisibility on the Radiant side, so Sentry Wards were kind of overpriced. Well, not needed, could have gotten more Observer Wards. So right there is a, like, bad player mark for him. Although he does get Burrow Strike, which will set them up for, pretty quick kills. Burrow Strike does help with that. However, it doesn't have that far of a range. Only range of 350 to start off with, 650 at max. But that's really it. In the meantime, Bane's, gonna Brain Sap and stuff like that. So, yeah, it looks like actually Sand King is gonna be the designated creep puller for top. So it's gonna be Bloodseeker and Bane top versus, looks like Timbersaw and Clockwork. Middle it's going to be Gyrocopter versus Invoker. And at bottom it's going to be Omni Knight and Faceless. I believe that's Faceless at least, yes it is. Versus Bounty Hunter. Well, Bounty Hunter could use some help, not gonna lie. His lane's going to be pushed and he's going to be denied a lot of experience. But anyway, yeah, just not much to speak of going on right now. We got Gyrocopter doing a little damage, well, taking a little damage here and there from Invoker. Invoker trying to do out as much as he can, because, hey, X-Sword adds a lot of damage to Invoker. Actually, that's another champion that's almost, same stats all across the board as far as int strength and intel go. His Quaswex and X-Sword, affect his int strength or agility, depending on which ones he has leveled up. But, whatever. And oh yeah, that's that right there is a thing that Clockwork can do. And it looks like there's going to be a nice stun headed up here by Sand King and stun onto Clockwork there. It looks like Clockwork is going to get caught out here. He actually goes ahead and puts down his clock field rather. What is it again? Power cogs. I was close. Cog field, stuff like that. Same thing, but meantime, Sand King dies to Timbersaw. And it looks like now Bane's gonna take some damage here, getting a couple mini stuns off onto Bane, making it so he actually really can't do anything. Actually, nice power cog yet again by that Clockwork, and Timbersaw gets another kill there. Good for Timbersaw, and Bloodseeker now is going after that Clockwork, and Clockwork gets taken out by a nice Sunstrike right there by Invoker. However, it looks like that Bloodseeker's gonna have to run away now, and Timbersaw has no mana to speak of whatsoever, but he will be able to survive. Mind you, he does have a stout shield, and he does have some tangos, so he should, in theory, be fine. Again, in theory and in practice are two totally different things, but looks like he gets stunned right there by Sand King, and he gets nightmared right there by Bane. And that might have just saved that Timbersaw. No, Timbersaw is going to die to Bane. Auto attack from Bane kills him. Overall, not a bad start for either team, but not a good one either. Mind you, I'm still not feeling that great after my rage the other day, so excuse me if I'm quiet and you hear me sipping my chocolate shake. Nice power cog right there, trapping Bloodseeker, and wow, Bloodseeker just taking a ton of damage right there, and Timbersaw may actually get the kill on Bloodseeker here, and no Clockwork gets the kill right there underneath Timbersaw's nose. And Gyrocopter now he's gonna play it close to his chest and make Invoker work for the kills. I gotta say though, good on top getting for the Radiant at least, getting kills early. Definitely gonna help. Timbersaw does need those kills, otherwise he kind of can't snowball and he's kind of useless. And people have to remember this too, is that Rolling Death does pure damage if you cut trees down in the process of hitting a champion. So best thing to do, initiate around trees like over here, over here, over here. Anywhere close to trees, so your Rolling Death hits a tree and does pure damage, which is full damage. It doesn't get negated by armor or anything else, so just do that as much as you possibly can, and that'll just chomp away at their health. Otherwise, you're doing, what is it? About 70 damage, give or take. Let's see, out of 100, yeah, you'd be doing about 75 damage with Whirling Death at level 1 without it doing pure damage, with it just doing spell damage. So, big tip to keep in mind there, always Whirling Death if you possibly can around trees. Especially if you are going to harass a champion with it. And Bane's already got his Soul Ring, nice play for him. Although I'm not surprised, it's a very standard item on Bane. Very, very standard indeed. It's one of those, it's standard for Bane that's not playing as support. Because there's two ways to play Bane, support or full-blown I guess you can say caster. It looks like Timbersaw goes ahead and gets the Arcane Boots, which he will definitely need because he's a very mana-consuming champion. His spells cost, 80 and 70 mana, plus his ultimate costs a lot of mana to just toss out. 75 mana to just toss out. Mind you, it's better to toss it in and out instead of just keeping it out. Do with that what you want, Internet. I'm keeping it that way. But this is the one advantage Bounty Hunter does have, is he is level 6 while Bottom's only level 4. And he will take some minor damage, but nothing that's gonna, deathly injure him. And overall right now, less it's nice, we got Faceless at 25-0, then, wow, we got Gyrocopter at 19 and 11, then Bounty Hunter at 17-0, Timbersaw at 14-0, and just trickles down from there with Invoker at 13-2, Bloodseeker at 13 and 1, Bane at 8 and 2, and again, just trickles down from there. Sand King, he's gonna have the least because he's mostly, let's see if we can actually click on him. There we go. He's mostly going over here and pulling the creeps. Yes, it's a tactic. I don't know if it's actually worth it or not. I've yet to really read into it that much. And Faceless Void, actually he couldn't have gone on to that Bounty Hunter because Bounty Hunter's in stealth, but Bounty Hunter does know now that Faceless does have that double damage, so he definitely has to watch out. And Faceless is going to go for the standard Mask of Madness build with Faceless, because why not? It's one of those almost standard items you're going to see just about everybody get as Faceless. Although one thing I don't agree with is not having Time Lock. It's even just for harassment purposes, it's nice to have. Meantime, Invoker just got his phase boot, so he'll be able to move in and out of creeps pretty easily. And that's really about it. No big key items other than the arcane boots for Timbersaw, the soul ring for Bane, and the phase boots for Invoker. Taking a look at the hero kills and assists, we've got Timbersaw 211, then Invoker 100, wow, Clockwork at 112, Bane at 111, then all the way from Omni Knight to Faceless at 000, then we've got 012 Bloodseeker and a 011 Sand King, and looks like Faceless does get his power treads right there, and he has some agility, I think, no strength. You're always going to see, well, 90% of the time you'll see it as strength just for the extra health until they do not need that extra health anymore and have it from other items. And this is what I mean by Timbersaw is going to be using that ult of his a lot to just do damage. You cast the ult out, it does it does damage as it's going out. Does a second of its damage, you bring it back in. You repeatedly do that and it just whittles down their health slowly but surely. That's pretty much the standard thing to do as Timbersaw once you get your ultimate. You just slowly harass them, and when you can, you Timber Chain in, and then you Whirling Death as soon as you possibly can. Try and kill them with that big burst. Sand King right now still only level 4, same thing with, oh no, Bounty Hunter and Bane are level 5 and 6, so they're not that far behind their top counterparts. And to be honest, Sand King isn't that far behind either. He's getting, free experience with the mud golems and everything that's spawning at that jungle camp. But pretty standard overall. We're what, about 12 minutes into this game and only 5 kills total. Meantime, we got a nice power cog right there by that Clockwork, and does allow him to get the kill on Bane during all this. And we got, wow, Gyrocopter up at top 2, and he's trying to get the kill on Bloodseeker here. Bloodseeker trying to run him the hell away, and Sand King gets a nice stun on both, onto Gyrocopter and onto Clockwork, and Clockwork trapping both of them in there. And that Sand King will get the kill on, no, Invoker gets the kill on Clockwork, Clockwork gets the kill on Sand King, and Gyrocopter gets the kill on Bloodseeker. That Timbersaw doesn't really have managed to do anything else, and this is where Timbersaw's passive, well, one of Timbers, I think actually, yeah, his only passive comes into a little handy. He gets that bonus armor, bonus health regen. Yeah, I would rather have more levels of Whirling Death than reactive armor. If that's just personal preference, I'd probably do it wrong at that point. But that is just me. But that rocket, holy cow, does that thing move fast. And boom, hits nothing. But you know what? That Faceless is going to go ahead and take out that tower. Because there's not much else that Bounty Hunter can do at that point other than just let it fall. But I'm actually not really surprised that there hasn't been a time lock leveled up for Faceless, because time lock does become becomes more valuable for Faceless to have that first than time lock. Yes, time lock is nice to help obviously lock down champions and stuff like that, but that time lock allows him to just go in and out of combat that much quicker. that range that he can cast it from is pretty huge. Look at where it goes to. You know, that's a pretty far range. That giant circle is where he can cast it from where he's currently standing. That's pretty damn huge. That's what she said. But, wow, this Sand King just warding it all up. You know, I kind of don't get why he popped a Sentry and Observer ward. I guess because the Observer ward has a bigger range. I guess. I mean, I'm not entirely sure. I think the ranges are... I think the Sentry ward is just like this little area around, like, if I could actually do a full-fledged circle here, which I obviously can't, but yeah, it's like the small little area around it. Whereas this, it's like a pretty ridiculously huge area. And, you know, just not much to speak of right now. Last it's denies. Right now we got 50 and 0 for Faceless, which that is good. 42 and 15 for Gyrocopter. Wow. Meantime, Gyrocopter dies right here to Invoker with the help of Bounty Hunter. I don't think there was an MI call on that. Bloodseeker now has his phase boots. So, a lot of people getting phase boots now. Can't say I blame them. Meantime, Timbersaw gets the kill on Bloodseeker up here at top. And we got an ult onto Clockwork here from Bane. And a nice stun right there by that Sand King, but it's not going to be able to do damage to anybody. Well, it does some damage, but it doesn't really stop anything. And Timbersaw gets nightmared right there. And he should be able to regen some of that health that he lost just from his passive. And Timbersaw right here actually died to this Bounty Hunter. And oh my god, that Bounty Hunter so close to getting Timbersaw right there. If he had the mana for that Shuriken toss, Timbersaw would have been dead. Just saying on that one, he knew it was probably true at that point too. And what is Bounty Hunter working on? I don't know. And lol, late fortify. Pro tip of the day: if your tower is about to die, you don't fortify it if it's at less than 100 health. Then you deny it. You don't try and fortify it. Unless, like, your whole team's, like, right over here, and they're attacking this tower, then you fortify. Other than that, or, you know, the tower's still at, like, pretty much close to full health, and you're nowhere in sight, just fortify it, get them off the tower until you get back. You don't fortify it when it's about to die. That's just stupid. And right there's the Mask of Menace for Faceless, so pretty standard right there. Meantime, this Clockwork, what does he have? Looks like he's about to get phase boots as well. We see Timbersaw's already got his arcane boots. He might be building towards, I don't know, 4 staff coming out here for Invoker. Not surprised, but I'm kind of surprised he rushed a 4 staff. You know, generally you'd want to get at least one other item before 4 staff. I mean, it is a pretty expensive item, but you know, I would usually go for a scepter, but it's okay. And that, wow, Invoker took like no damage from that missile whatsoever because it's only level 1. And Invoker does have, you know, Exort to like level 3, or Quas rather. There's the phase boots for our Clockwork that we said was gonna pretty much happen. And Bane right now heading to middle as well. What is this Gyrocopter gonna do there? There's 3 middle, wow. And this is all for Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter's gotta get back, he's gotta get back, Gyrocopter's gotta get back, and he's far enough back. He did have the, what was it, the Frostbite on him, or Cold Snap rather. So, wow, that was a late MIA if I've ever seen one. So yeah, looks like this Timbersaw taking a ton of damage from that tower. Certainly not good for him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And there goes a stun that's gonna hit pretty decently hard. And it hit pretty decently hard. I mean, it's only level 1, but still. And wow, this Clockwork, or this Gyrocopter is going right for it, and he almost gets the kill on Bounty Hunter if Bounty Hunter didn't have his stealth. And Invoker gets the kill on Gyrocopter. This Invoker now is 4-0. In the meantime, Timbersaw gets the kill up at top onto Bloodseeker. And Faceless came up top. Good thing he didn't waste his ultimate. Timbersaw would have been pissed if, Faceless stole that kill due to his ultimate. So let's look at the KDA now. 4-0-0 Invoker, 4-1-3 Timbersaw, 3-2-5 Clockwork, 1-2-2 Gyrocopter. Then we got a 1-2-2 Bane, 0-0-2 Bounty Hunter, 0-0-0 for both Faceless and Omni Knight, 0-2-2 for our Sand King, and 0-4-2 for Bloodseeker. Meantime, we did see Bounty Hunter just go ahead and pick up the Urn of Shadows. We got Bane getting an Arcane Boots. And somebody else got something. I want to say it was Omni Knight getting the Soul Ring. Yes, it was. So he's got like plus 1.55 mana per second or something like that. Not bad, but not good. And wow, that was just a bad ult hook by Clockwork. Although he didn't have any mana to follow it up with anything else. I don't know if that was just a scare tactic or if that was just a misclick. I don't know. But that was just dumb. And right now we've got Faceless up here at top. He's going ahead and trying to do what he can to the jungle minions. Or jungle minions, the jungle creeps. I mean, let's be honest here, it's the same damn thing. For those of you DotA elitists, it's the same thing. Let's be honest here. It really is. I mean, jungle minion versus jungle creep, same damn thing. I'm just gonna go off on that tangent. It's the same damn thing, guys. Meantime, Bloodseeker getting his ult off onto Gyrocopter here, and Gyrocopter knows it, and he's not able to move, and he's gonna die here. He does get his ult off, however, and Bloodseeker gets the kill on Gyrocopter, but he does take a ton of damage from Gyrocopter's ultimate during all of that. Sand King with a nice ult into stun, and Sand King gets the kill on Timbersaw during all of this. Meantime, nice ult right there by Faceless. Gonna go ahead and focus Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter will be able to get away, just barely though. That Faceless is gonna go ahead and have to back away here as well, and he actually gets nightmared right there by Bane, and he's in a bad spot right now, and that's gonna be Faceless dead. Faceless dies to Bounty Hunter. Meantime, that Clockwork just trying to stay alive, and he might die from that blood surge or blood rage, and he does. He dies to blood rage from Bloodseeker. Now we got Sand King getting the arcane boots. So now let's look at the KDA. We got 4-0-0 still for Invoker. We've got 4-2-3 for Timbersaw, 3-3-5 for Clockwork, 2-4-2 or 2-4-3 for Bounty or Bloodseeker rather. We got Omni Knight getting arcane boots during all this. Then we have a 1-0-3 Bounty Hunter, 1-2-4 Bane, 1-2-3 Sand King, 1-3-2 Gyrocopter, 0-0-0 Omni Knight, and 0-1-0 Faceless Void. And lol. And Timbersaw still moving, and Bounty Hunter gets the kill on the Omni Knight during all of that, because hey, it was like 4v1. Because that's always fair and fun. I mean, the game's only had 18 kills, and we're, up here 18 minutes into the game, over here 21 minutes, so yeah. Meantime, Clockwork, I think, just hit a misclick with Power Cog. I have to assume so, at least. And Timbersaw gets the nice Bloodseeker kill. That was a nice, what was it? Chakram into the Timber Chain and Whirling Death. Meantime, this Gyrocopter is trying to farm middle and do the best he can, but both Invoker and Bane aren't going to let him at all. Meantime, Faceless Void's going ahead and pushing bottom here, because why the hell not? He doesn't have any items besides that Mask of Madness, but let's be honest here, does he really need anything else at this point? Yeah, Butterfly would be nice, Crit would be nice, a Blacking Bar would be nice, Just a few things that would be nice. Nothing entirely needed, but would be nice. Meantime, this Clockwork looks like he's working towards, I want to say, either a Drum of Endurance or he been going for... Okay, don't need that. Yeah, he's either working towards Drum of Endurance or going for the Blade Mail. Looks like Bounty Hunter goes in and gets the Medallion of Courage, which Bounty Hunter definitely is not courageous at all. Active Valor. Reduce the armor of you and your target last 7 seconds. Armor reduction is 6. Why would you want to reduce your armor as well as your I mean, I can understand your opponents, but why your armor as well? To me, that doesn't really make sense.
Middle tower is under attack.
I mean, it really doesn't. And we got, you know, just some minor damage coming in here by that Clockwork. Not too much. I mean, it's level 4, so it's gonna do a decent amount, but not a huge amount. And Ken Whiffy Jr. right there. And yes, I actually just took that from one of my buddies. So, yeah. And Timber started going ahead and just farming to his heart's content. Meantime, Bounty Hunter gets the kill on Gyrocopter here in middle, and I mean, really, this Gyrocopter is just... What's this Gyrocopter score at? Gyrocopter's 1, 4, and 2. Yeah. That is definitely not good. That is not good at all. Meantime, as we can see here, there's invisibility, and is Bounty Hunter really thinking? Are they really thinking of doing Roshan? What? Roshan? I mean, I just don't understand this. This seems like too early. As we can see, Roshan's just kicking the crap out of Bounty Hunter here. And he's now kicking the crap out of Bane. I guess they can, you know, just go ahead and taunt, well, not even taunt off, just trade off every once in a while. Let's just see who the hell gets this Aegis, because, you know, Roshan, 21 minutes in, if you go by the time up here in the middle, it's pretty early if you're not, Ursa. Meantime, the top tower for the Dire side just died, and looks like Bane gets the Aegis. Meantime, Gyrocopter gets the kill on Bloodseeker, so he's now 2 and 4. Now he's gonna be 2 and 5. Sand King pops his ultimate and burrow strikes into that Gyrocopter. I mean, can you really blame that Sand King? That was pretty much a free kill. You know, free kill onto Gyrocopter. What does Gyrocopter have? Nothing. I think he's still working on a Shadow Blade. Still, he should have had his Shadow Blade by now. What does this Faceless have? Looks like he might be working on a Butterfly. Can't say I blame him. Butterfly gives him more agility, gives him gives him damage, gives him attack speed, and it gives him that 30% evasion. And that was I actually don't even know what that was by Omni Knight. No clue. But yeah, Omni Knight will take a ton of damage here, and you know, just making sure he's not dying, healing himself and whatnot. Pretty passive game all in all now. I mean, 22 kills in the game. We got 523 Timbersaw, 401 Invoker, 303 Bounty Hunter, 336 Clockwork, 224 Sand King. And speaking of Clockwork and Bounty Hunter, lol, Bounty Hunter just got his butt handed to him, and he dies to Faceless. And there goes Clockwork trapping himself and nobody else. The ult comes in from Gyrocopter and doesn't do damage to anybody. Nice knockback by Invoker right there, and Bloodseeker gets the kill on Omni Knight during all of this. Meantime, we got this Gyrocopter trying to do damage to somebody here. Same thing with this Clockwork trying to do damage to somebody. And Faceless right now trying to come in from around back here and stun onto Sand King, and Sand King's stunning right back, and this Faceless is gonna go ahead and die here. It looks like, yes, he will die due to that cold snap, and Bloodseeker gets the kill on him. Faceless was just out of position. Let's be completely honest on that one. And now he has to scroll the town portal. So now after that fight, 523 clock or Timbersaw, 403 Invoker, 463 Bloodseeker, Shadowblade finally for Gyrocopter. Wow. Then we have 313 Bounty Hunter, 337 Clockwork, 225 Sand King, 253 Gyrocopter, 125 Bane, and 120 Faceless, and 020 Omni Knight. Last hits denies. We got 96-0 for Faceless, 76-8 for our Invoker, 78-8 now. Gyrocopter at 73 and 16, 74 and 16 now. Then we got Bloodseeker at 66 and 9, Timbersaw at 65 and 1, Bane at 45-7, Bounty Hunter 44 and 1. We got Omni Knight 33 and 5, Clockwork at 26 and 2, and Sand King at 13 and 2. And Bane just died? What? Oh no, Aegis is getting reclaimed in 3 minutes by Roshan. And yes, Clockwork did go ahead and get the Thorn Mail, or Blade Mail first. And that's Gyrocopter going ahead and taking massive amounts of damage. And I guess he doesn't realize he's tracked and Bounty Hunter can see him, and Gyrocopter almost dies due to Bloodseeker. And Gyrocopter's dead one way or another, depends on who the hell kills him. Looks like Bounty Hunter now coming in, and wow, very missed ult right, or missed onto that Bounty Hunter, but that Bloodseeker dying right there, and dies to Faceless during all of this. Meantime, we got an ult coming in here from Sand King. Sand King picks up a kill, or almost picks up a kill on Timbersaw there. Meantime, we got Invoker getting the kill on Faceless, Timbersaw gets the kill on Sand King, and we've got Timbersaw getting the kill on Bounty Hunter as well, and Timbersaw trying now to go for Bane. And he will get the kill on Bane, although it does waste the Aegis. And that's going to be a... I don't know, Bane can actually ult onto Timbersaw right here and get the kill. And Timbersaw will go ahead and just do more damage. And Bane should realize that, hey, he can deal with this Timbersaw. All he's got to do is ult Timbersaw and he's good. Plus Invoker's right there. Yeah, Clockwork's there, but Clockwork can't really do much. Invoker finally now has an Aghanim Scepter. And Bane ults Omni Knight. Invoker gets the kill onto Omni Knight. So Invoker now is what? 7-0. My god, that's beastly. They have to kill that Invoker soon.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And just honestly, this is a close game. You guys can't deny that. It's, 25 minutes in up here, 28 over here, obviously. And Bloodstone for our Timbersaw. Not a bad pickup whatsoever. Gives him nice mana regen, gives him nice health regen, and decreased death time. And wow, Timbersaw picks up the kill on Bounty Hunter. And looks like Timbersaw also gets the kill on Bloodseeker with Whirling Death. Good for him. And that Invoker just gets a nice Sunstrike onto that Clockwork. Oh my god. Then again, I have to assume that Clockwork was tracked, so... it would be more surprising if that were just a blind Sunstrike, but I doubt that.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And LOL, Mask of Madness popped, and the structure's took no damage for most of that. But hey, Faceless going ahead and doing what he can. Faceless trying to get that butterfly in action here. He's actually about 800 away from Eagle Horn, or Eagle Song, whatever the hell it is. Let me actually see. It's the... can't find it. Eagle Song. So, yeah, he's about 700 now. Lol, Sand King just running around the haze and whatnot. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this gyrocopter. I don't think he's that good. Again, he is what, 2 and 6? He can't be that good. He honestly can't. You know? It's just one of those things you have that feeling for. Although he will try and, sneak his way in here. And he should have been able to get a nice stun onto Bloodseeker there, which would allow Timbersaw to do some sort of damage to Bloodseeker. But they're just going to play it defensively for now. Meantime, we got Bounty Hunter trying to push top here. Bounty Hunter working on I want to say Blacking Bar. Blacking Bar is one of those almost standard items on just about every champion. Just because it gives you that magic immunity that you want. And whiffed ult by that. Well, by Gyrocopter. Nice ult right there from Omni Knight, saving everybody here for a few seconds. Bane eating a stun to the face with that homing missile. And Clockwork gets the kill on Bloodseeker during all of this. And Timbersaw takes a ton, not just mean a metric ton of damage from that tower, and still taking damage from the tower. And Timbersaw's got to back away here, and he does finally. He does have 12 stacks of his passive, plus his Bloodstone, so he should regen health pretty quickly here. But looks like that Bane's going to go ahead and almost die here. Bane does die to Faceless Void. Faceless Void could have gone in even further, and that stun coming in here, but it will not hit that Bounty Hunter. Meantime, nice power cog right there onto Sand King. Sand King dies to Timbersaw, all because Timbersaw had his ult in that power cog, and Invoker finally gets the kill on Timbersaw. This Invoker is just, what, 8 or 9-0 now? He's 9-0. He has to be shut down. Out of the 19 kills, he has 9 of them. That's absurd. You do not want that.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Although he is using Deafening Blast quite a lot. Which, don't get me wrong, it's a very amazing spell. Silences your opponents, makes them not able to do anything. And, it just knocks them back. Plus it does a decent amount of damage. It's an overall good spell. And Roshan respawns in 2 minutes. That is good to know. Meantime, this Faceless is about 400 gold from his... I say about 400 gold from his, his butterfly. And it looks like he's barely doing damage to that Ancient. But he is doing damage, and that's a Dreaded Griever? What the hell? Whatever. Mechanism now for Omni Knight. Not a bad item at all. I'm surprised Omni Knight doesn't have an Agonism, but in the meantime, he's dying right here, and he's gonna die to, looks like, Bounty Hunter or Invoker, one of the two, and he gets killed by Bloodseeker. Well, nice Evil Scepter of Divinity right here for Invoker. That's another tornado for a single target. Won't do damage, but it'll allow him to NATO himself if he has to. Meantime, Clockwork trying to go ahead and not die here, and he's doing a ton of damage to Bounty Hunter. Meantime, Bloodseeker is taking a ton of damage, and the Timbersaw is trying to get the kill, and gets the kill into Bounty Hunter here. All credit to him. And now this Timbersaw is trying to not die to Bloodseeker here. And he could have maybe gotten the kill on Bloodseeker if Bloodseeker was stupid and chased. Just saying on that one. Now Timbersaw is going to go, have free farm middle pretty much for a good, 20-30 seconds or so. And yes, even though Timbersaw is a strength hero, he's played like an int hero. And pretty much, they should just honestly trade out Timbersaw and, the stat gains for Timbersaw and for Ogre Magi. Because Ogre doesn't need that much health. And, wow, Faceless finally now has his Butterfly and Bloodseeker DCs. So I'm just going to speed it up here to ×4 because, hey, it's whatever. And, he should be coming back here anytime now. And no, I don't want my mouse there. Thank you very much. Yada yada yada, and oh look, yeah, I almost fast forward during all of that, and Sand King gets the kill on Gyrocopter. Lol. Sand King with the ultimate, and he canceled his ultimate on accident. Oh my god. I have to think that was just a misstep by Sand King right there, canceling his own ultimate. You will very, very rarely see that happen. Meantime, this Bloodseeker just stupid in every which way and gets killed by Clockwork with his ultimate. And now Bloodseeker DCs from the game again, it looks like. Will they decide to pause it yet again? Or will this wind up just being them not deciding to pause? And what the hell is this? Timbersaw dies? What? Timbersaw almost dies to Bounty Hunter, and Timbersaw almost dies. Timbersaw almost died. Timbersaw dies to Invoker. Meantime, this Bounty Hunter is gonna get away here, just barely. He gets away with about 300 health. And he's gonna go ahead and track onto Omni Knight here, given Omni Knight's pretty beefy. So it's not gonna have that much effect onto Omni Knight, except for, hey, we can see you. And lol, NATO onto Clockwork. Clockwork now should just turn around and let Bloodseeker or somebody hit him. And what the hell? This Clockwork's just bad with the power cog sometimes. That Omni Knight's just left in the dust. And very bad ult right there by that, wow, whipped by Gyrocopter. And Bloodseeker, or Bounty Hunter dies to Clockwork, or to Gyrocopter rather. Meantime, Bounty Hunter finally reconnects during all of this. Bane now has his Aghanims, and we got a nice Chaos Meteor by that Invoker. However, doesn't do well, as much damage as he would have liked. I mean, just saying here. Whew. Now we have an 11-4-7 Timbersaw, 10-0-6 Invoker, 6-10-5 Bloodseeker, 5-5-14 Clockwork, 3-3-2 Faceless, 3-4-7 for Sand King, 3-5-7 for Bounty Hunter. Then we have a 3-7-8 Gyrocopter, 1-3-6 Bane, and a 0-4-4 Omni Knight. And we got a DC yet again by Bloodseeker. I guess his net's not good or something. Last hits denies 149 last hits, 0 denies for Faceless. 107 last hits, 8 denies for Invoker. 106 last hits, 16 denies for Gyrocopter. And that Timbersaw just went above Gyrocopter by 1 kill. So it's 107 kills, 1 deny for Timbersaw. 85 kills, 12 denies for Bloodseeker. 70 and 11 for Bane. 46 and 1 for Bounty Hunter. 42 and 2 for Clockwork. 36 and 5 for Omni Knight, and 28 and 2 for this Sand King. Just overall item wise. Actually, is there a way for us to see items? No, there is not. Not currently until the score screen at the very end. And yeah. Bane's ultimate does a lot of damage, not gonna lie. You know, it drains a lot of mana, drains health. It doesn't give him the health, but it does drain. At least I think it drains health as well. Yeah, it does by doing damage, but he does drain mana and siphons the mana to him, so pretty good. And now we got another, looks like Roshan kill here for the Dire. Which in general they do need this, and this Roshan will die. Now we got a Shiva's Guard for this Timbersaw, and Bloodseeker just cannot stay in the game. Oh my god. I've got no idea what the hell is going on with his net, but that was just no bueno. Meantime, that top tower is going to be taken out here by the Radiant. Which, you know what, they need. They need to take this tower because they're losing in the global objectives. Bounty Hunter picks up the Aegis. And that tower should go down, but they can go ahead and fortify it. Which, Nice, kind of ult right there by that gyrocopter. I mean, wasn't the best, but wasn't the worst either.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Meantime, this Timbersaw is working on his scepter, so he should be able to hook to allies, and it'll have a shorter cooldown as well.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
I believe it should allow him to hook to allies at least. I know in DotA, you know, the original DotA for Warcraft 3 does allow him to. But let's just see item-wise. Timbersaw has Shiva's Guard, or Shiva's Guard, however you want to pronounce it. He has a Bloodstone, Arcane Boots, that's really about it. This Gyrocopter has a Yasha, has a Shadow Blade, and Phase Boots. Omni Knight is working on, I don't know, but he has Arcane Boots and Mechanism Soul Ring.
Middle tower.
He also has Dust of Appearance. Faceless has Butterfly, has Chrysalis, and Mask of Madness. And lol, the Gyrocopter just got his butt handed to him, and oh my god, he gets saved by the Clockwork Power Cog. And it looks like Bloodseeker will revive here, and Bloodseeker is gonna go ahead and, or Bounty Hunter rather, not Bloodseeker. Bounty Hunter will go ahead and survive now. Meantime, this Gyrocopter gets the kill on Bloodseeker. Faceless dies to the Dire, it looks like. And that Omni Knight's gonna go ahead and die to somebody here. Let's see who. Meantime, Bloodseeker does DC yet again. And that Sand King trying to do damage, and Bane's actually able to do a lot of damage to this Omni Knight here. Omni Knight should be able to get away and heal himself, so he shouldn't be able to die here. Meantime, we have this... Wow, we have Clockwork and Timbersaw going right after this Invoker, which it has been a long time coming that this Invoker has to die. And he just force-staffed himself out of the way. He's just good. Meantime, Omni Knight is good too, and Bane right now did just take some damage, but he should be good with that Brain Sap. And oh my god, the Desolator comes in here for Bounty Hunter, and that is that Invoker. No, Bounty Hunter dies to Clockwork during all this. Meantime, Sand King looks like he might die, and Sand King trying to get away here. He should be able to get away, and Bloodseeker still hasn't reconnected yet. Meantime, this Timbersaw is dead on for going for this Sand King. And oh my god, Sand King will get away. In the meantime, Gyrocopter dies underneath this tower, it looks like. And that's a dead Bane, and Bane gets killed by Timbersaw, but Invoker gets killed on Omni Knight, and this Timbersaw is just everywhere. And Invoker still has like full health. Faceless Void in the meantime denies a tower. And this Invoker should die here. I say should, but we see the Cold Snap, and oh my god, this Invoker will not die. He will manage to get the kill onto Timbersaw here. Unless, no, Timbersaw is lucky enough, and he will not die. Or at least not now. Let's see. Timbersaw will live. Oh my god. Meantime, yes, Clockwork finally did get the Aghanim Scepter. And lol. Nice stun right there by Sand King saving that Timbersaw. Meantime, Timbersaw gets the kill onto Sand King, and Invoker gets the kill on Timbersaw without a Bloodseeker. Oh no, it was Bounty Hunter rather. Bloodseeker finally DC'd permanently, so it's free for them to leave. In the meantime, yeah, Invoker's like, that took years. Yeah. Just, yeah. Meantime, this Bounty Hunter could try and go for this, well, he could have tried to initiate onto Faceless, and Faceless could have owned him, but I guess Faceless was scared? I don't know. It's a mystery. Life is a yeah, no. And, yeah. Bloodseeker's gone from the game for good. He was working on a Monkey King bar. So now we have a 13.5A Timbersaw. We have a 12.07 Invoker, 6.5.14 Clockwork, 6.11.5 Bloodseeker, 4.8.10 Gyrocopter who just got Sage and Yasha, 342 Faceless, 3510 Sand King, 368 Bounty Hunter, 148 on Bane, and 055 for Omni Knight. But again, Omni Knight's a support, so you don't really expect him to get kills unless he, went and rushed like a Radiance and a Blacking Bar and, an Eye of Scotty. So yeah. Unless it's denies, it really doesn't matter at this point because it's, too far gone. And, yeah. That's it. In the meantime, Sand King finally gets a Blink Dagger. And, yeah, looks like that's, lol. Nice right there by Clockwork, just doing some minor damage to Bounty Hunter. Meantime, Bane's ulting right here onto this Clockwork, and Bane gets the kill onto Clockwork with the help of, 2 of his allies. I just find it funny that Bounty Hunter took a lot of damage from Power Cog alone. And yeah, we got more farming going on. I'm gonna go ahead and speed it up to ×2 here, or ×4, because there's not really much going on. The Drum of Endurance finally for that, for Omni Knight, we got Scythe of Vice for Invoker, which will give him a nice sheep. And not really much to speak of. In the meantime, yeah, just farming. We got a Daedalus now onto Faceless, so good for him. Finally getting that crit maxed out. And that's really it, just more farming. This is what I hate about all MOBAs in general. It's battle, 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 farm, 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 battle, farm, farm, battle, 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 farm, 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 battle, farm, farm, battle, battle, farm, battle, farm. Any MOBA whatsoever will be like that. League, Heroes of New Earth, Dota 2, Infinite Crisis, which is the new MOBA that's currently in like closed beta. That features DC characters like, Batman and Superman. And Bloodseeker actually reconnects finally. Oh my god. Can you say that was a long time he's been DC'd? I wonder why the hell he decided to reconnect when he was pretty much gone for good. And I don't know if that all was really worth it by Faceless when that Bane was going to be dead either way. But anyway, Sand King comes in here and he popped his ultimate, but it did no damage to anybody here. Meantime, a whiff right there by Gyrocopter with his ultimate. In the meantime, we got Power Cog right here onto, looks like that Invoker. Invoker will get away, just barely. No, Invoker will get away. Oh my god. Meantime, this Bounty Hunter will not get away. Bounty Hunter should be able to, should die here. And he does die to Timbersaul's ultimate right there. Sand King and Invoker are gonna have to back out here. And Bloodseeker has 0 items. What the hell does he expect to do? He expects to do diddly. Let's just be honest with that. He expects to do diddly squat. We got a Power Cog coming in here, but I think that's like a defensive, oh, you won't actually get to me, Power Cog. And that tower will go ahead and die after the, fortification ends. And the barracks should die as well. However, that is a nice meteor, and that is doing a ton of damage to that Invoker, or to that guy, or Omni Knight rather. And Omni Knight dies to Sand King after getting hit by a lot of damage from that meteor. Meantime, the melee barracks will finally go down. And Bane, or not Bane, Roshan's finally gonna respawn in about a minute. Which I'm glad they actually added that timer for, spectators. Well, it's not really a button, but more of an icon, but anyway, yeah, Timbersaw tosses his ult out. And he wasn't doing damage to anybody, really, except for that Forged Spirit. And Bane gets to go in Clockwork. In the meantime, that Sand King just, playing defensively now. So let's just go ahead and put it back onto directed camera, because why the hell not? And yeah.
Dire's middle barracks
Bloodseeker doesn't have any items whatsoever. He should just really leave. Being completely honest here, the Dire is better off without Bloodseeker. Because Bloodseeker, I mean, look at his score. He is 6-11-5. You do not want that feeder back on your team. And this is where the directive camera, bugs out from time to time. There we go. But yeah, most MOBAs, again, Smite, Han, Dota 2, Dota, League, they're all like this. It's farm, 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 farm. It's about 10-15 minutes in. Team fight, team fight, team fight, team fight, farm, farm, team fight, farm, team fight, team fight, team fight, farm, 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 team fight, farm, team fight, farm, farm, team fight, win. That's really what it is. And not gonna say I don't like the long games, it's just when the games are like this where it's like really, really dead for like more than half the game, then I dislike, and Bloodseeker finally got boots again. I just find it hilarious that Bloodseeker decides to reconnect to the game and his teammates are going. It would actually be poetic, well, it wouldn't even be poetic justice, it would just be ironic if Bloodseeker got there, got the Aegis, and then DC'd. That would just be funny. I mean, let's be honest here, that would just be totally funny. Meantime, Roshan is taking a ton of damage here. His armor is reduced by 7 from that, from the Desolator. Which, that's a lot, when you think about it. And, yeah, there's more farming going on. As we can see, the game's ending here in like 4 minutes. I'm just gonna go ahead and speed this up here to just ×2. I mean, again, there should just be one more big team fight and a win. To whoever wins, wins. I don't know, I don't preview the games, so yeah, it's just as a surprise to me as it is to you guys. Meantime, we got Timbersaw taking a ton of damage here. However, we got Bounty Hunter taking a lot of damage too. Faceless in the meantime, we got skill on Bloodseeker, because again, Bloodseeker's like 6-12 now. Meantime, Gyrocopter finally gets skill on Bounty Hunter, and Invoker gets skill on Timbersaw, and that Gyrocopter gets skill on Bane. Wow, that Gyrocopter is now 2 kills, and, well, 2 kills going towards 3 now to the positive, or aiming towards positive, and he gets skill on Sanking as well. So now he's 7-8. One more kill, he's actually neutral. But that 1 kill would be on Invoker, who looks like is working on a... I want to say he's working on an Eul's... No, I'm sorry, he has an Eul's already. He's working on the Oblivion Staff. Or, what the hell is it again? I keep forgetting. It's the Silence Stick. That's all I remember. That's what I can tell you right now, that off the top of my head, it's the Silence Stick. And this Invoker is gonna get hit right here by just about everybody. In the meantime, Power Cuz goes on to this Invoker. We got a nice stun too by Gyrocopter onto that Invoker. Invoker should die here. Invoker does die to Gyrocopter, ending Invoker's beyond godlike streak. And yeah, Gyrocopter's now, what's his score? Like 8-13? 8-10. I was close. So yeah, that was that big team fight. Now we're just gonna see a win. Because why not? And Bloodseeker's just... He's just trying to hope to get kills with his ultimate and that's it. Because honestly, what the hell else is he gonna get kills with?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Meantime, it looks like this Bounty Hunter is working on a Monkey King bar. Oh, that's right, it's Orchid Malevolence that Invoker is going for. Orchid Malevolence. Meantime, this Timbersaw, what the hell is he working towards? Maybe a Heart of Tarask? I would have to assume. In the meantime, this Gyrocopter, what is he getting? Gyrocopter is getting a Daedalus, and yeah. Gyrocopter's got a Chrysalis already working on a Daedalus, looks like. Gonna have to confirm that. No, he actually doesn't even have the Daedalus. Or is it on the... Okay, there's Chrysalis, there's the okay, yeah, so he does have the Daedalus. As soon as the courier gets to him, And then, yeah, the Heart of Task for our Timbersaw. And there's the Daedalus. So now that is crit for our Gyrocopter. He finally has money. And there's the Heart of Tarask for Timbersaw. Or Tarasque, Tarask, whichever one. You guys know which one it is. And yeah, I'm not even going to go over the last hits and stuff like that until the score screen pops up, because we're, just about the end of the game, but we can already see, because the game's over in like 3 minutes. I was off. So, yeah, we can see who's going to win here, because, I mean, look at it. Look at the map. And lol, Invoker is going. Invoker just four-stepped himself out of the power cog. Repeat, Invoker four-stepped himself out of the power cog, but he did just take a ton of damage right there. Sand King in the meantime getting a homing missile right there by Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter gets the kill on Bounty Hunter, and Timbersaw gets the kill on Invoker, and that Sand King trying not to die here. Invoker tosses out the GG, well played. Sand King goes ahead and stuns here, and he blinks out of the way. And that Sand King is going to go ahead and survive here. Meantime, Faceless gets the kill on Bloodseeker, but let's be honest here, we already knew what was going to happen, and wow, Sand King just barely survives. And that is a dead Gyrocopter. Bane finally gets the kill on Gyrocopter. Monkey King bar for our Faceless. We gotta sight the Vice for Bane. And Gyrocopter buys back. And Bloodseeker left the game yet again. Because, well, why not? But yeah, once the score screen pops up, we'll go over everything. The GG is tossed up by both sides. Because we really, guys, be courteous. Toss out the GG at least. It doesn't matter if you really, had fun. If it was honestly a bad game, just say bad game. Like they could honestly say BG, because, they had Bloodseeker that fed. And Omni Knight gets in a Vladimir's offering. Lol. Faceless in the meantime gets the kill on Bane, and it's whatever. And there we go. We got a 4-step by Sand King, and it doesn't matter. And yeah, Radiant's gonna go ahead and win this. So once the score screen pops up, there we go. So let's hear here. We've got Omni Knight, who was 066 again. He was playing support. 50 last hits, 6 denies. Gyrocopter, 9911. Mind you, Omni Knight had Vladimir's offering. He had Drum of Endurance. He also had Soul Ring and Arcane Boots, as well as a Mechanism. Gyrocopter, who had Sage and Yasha, had a Shadow Blade, Phase Boots, Daedalus. 216 last hits, 16 denies. Timbersaw, who is 15-6-14, has Shiva, or Shiva's Guard, however you want to pronounce that, Heart of Tarask, a Bloodstone, Arcane Boots, and working towards a... Why can't I remember the name of it again? The Silent Stick, I assume. I assume at least. 190 last hits, 1 deny. Clockwork, 6-7-22. He has a Perseverance, an Aghanim Scepter, Blade Mail. He has Phase Boots, and that's really about it. The other two items, not really a big deal. 90 last hits, 2 denies. Faceless, who is 7-4-4. Daedalus, a Butterfly, Mask of Madness, and a Monkey King bar, as well as obviously Power Treads. 291 last hits, 1 deny. Bane, who is 4-7-9. Aghanim Scepter, you'll sight the Vice rather. He had a Soul Ring and Arcane Boots. 94 last hits, 12 denies. Sand King has he was 4-6-10. He has Arcane Boots, Blink Dagger, and a 4-staff. 52 last hits, 2 denies. Bounty Hunter has 3 kills, 9 deaths, 10 assists. He has Desolator, Phase Boots, Urn of Shadow. He has a Demon Edge, as well as Cheese and Medallion of Courage. 76 last hits, 2 denies. Invoker has 13 kills, 2 deaths, 10 assists. He has Force Staff. He has Sight Device, Eagle's Scepter of Divinity, Phase Boots, Aghanim Scepter, and working on the Silent Stick as well. 146 last hits, 9 denies, and Bloodseeker 613-6. It doesn't matter for him. 108 last hits, 17 denies. Again, Bloodseeker pretty much lost the game for the Dire. If he didn't feed, they would have actually had a good chance of winning. This was a close game. 37-32, 69 kills total. It's close, Especially with Invoker being 13-2. It was close. But yeah, guys, that's it. My name has been Shadows One. Don't forget, I do take Dota 2 replays as well as League of Legends replays and StarCraft 2 replays. So if you want me to cast one of your games, go ahead and send your replay to sgamingtech@gmail.com. My email is in the description down below for those of you that want to just copy-paste, and I will go ahead and cast them as soon as I possibly can. Other than that, again, my name has been Shadowswelm, and I will see you all next time.